Welcome to MagicDoor. We're so excited to have you on board and we can't wait for you to experience AI automated property management. This video is going to walk you through the entire onboarding process from setting up your accounting to inviting tenants and getting the most out of AI. We pride ourselves in how quick onboarding is with MagicDoor. You'll be ready to go in less than a day and an expert in the system in just a few hours. Let's get started with this simple self-onboarding guide. Step 1 is to enter your business information. So you have your account and you're ready to get started. Let's start by navigating to settings to enter your business information. We need this information because it's required to handle large amounts of money. First, you're going to want to fill out this entire form with all your business information. You'll also need to upload an articles of incorporation for the company or a recent certificate of good standing, and a document that proves the business address provided belongs to the business. This may be a utility bill or a bank statement, and it must be from the past 3 months. You're also going to need an IRS issued EIN letter, Form CP 575. For your personal information, we'll need a scan of the individual's social security card, a scan of the individual's driver's license or other government-issued ID, a document that proves the residential address belongs to the associated person. This could be a utility bill, a bank statement, or government ID, and it must be from the past 3 months. Once you have filled all of that out, go ahead and press save. This will be approved in 2 to 3 business hours, but if your account needs manual approval, it will be approved within 24 hours. Your next step will be connecting your bank account. MagicDoor is partnered with Plaid and Stripe. Plaid will be for your ACH payments, and Stripe is for debit and credit card payments. Go ahead and navigate to Accounting and then Bank Accounts. Then press Add a Bank Account. Enter all the information and press Save. Now you can click that bank account and you will click Connect Plaid and Connect Stripe. You want to make sure you connect both, even if you're primarily going to use ACH payments, because Stripe is what will be used for rental applications with debit and credit cards. So you want to make sure that you have both of those available through Plaid and Stripe. Getting your accounts approved is normally instant, but it could take up to 24 hours depending on your bank. While your bank account is being verified, you can go ahead and import your property and tenant data. If you're switching from another software, we can help you transfer that data. To get support, simply reach out to support@magicdoor.com. If you're going to go ahead and enter your properties, leases, and tenants yourself, you can watch our tutorials on how to properly connect everything, and I'll have that link down below. Next, you'll want to customize your settings to match your management preferences. This step is very important as we will cover property management fees, AI preferences, late fees, property information, and more. So go ahead and navigate to settings. First, you'll see information. You can edit your email, your first and your last name. Then you have your login and password, so you can update your password. You can update your company information. Your business information should already be filled out and approved. And you can add your payment accounts and choose a bank account for your invoicing. Now, starting with property. First, you can set the amount that you want in your reserve. This amount is to be kept in reserve when distributing to owners. You'll also have your owner approval limit. Any repairs over this limit will need to be approved by the owner, and your vendor approval limit. You can also press Add a New Override, and you can override the information you just put in for a portfolio, a property, a unit, or a lease. Make sure to always press Save after making changes. Next is our rent notifications. You can choose a toggle on or off sending notifications to tenants when autopay fails, and you can choose if you want to send this via text or via email. And make sure to press Save. Same thing here with the overrides. All throughout settings, you can add overrides for your portfolios, properties, units, or leases. You can also toggle on or off all of these balance due notifications. And then you also have your property manager notifications that you can toggle on or off. Once you finish that and press Save, we can move on to rent payments. So first you'll want to toggle on enabling tenants to have online payments. Then you can also toggle on or off the ACH payments and the card payments. Then you want to select the bank account where rent payments will be deposited, and this does only affect future payments and requires the account to be linked to Plaid or Stripe. Then you can choose the post bill days before due. You can also toggle on the allow partial payments, which allows you to collect bi-weekly rent payments rather than just monthly. It will allow tenants to make payments that are less than their full balance. Then you need to select your minimum payment type, which will be fixed, percentage, or percent or minimum. Then you'll want to go ahead and put in what that percent or fixed amount is and press Save. The next section is all about rent payment failure fees. So, do you want to charge a fee for failed transfers? Turn that on, or leave it off. And when a tenant payment fails due to insufficient funds, an NSF fee will be charged. You can select the chart of accounts that this fee should be recorded. There's also going to be your return fee chart of account, your ACH return fee, failed ACH fee chart of account, ACH failed fee. There's a credit card dispute fee chart of account, and the disputed fee. So make sure to go ahead and set all that so it'll automatically go through. And then you can turn on all these notifications for rent received as text, or rent received as email. Next, we're going to go to the deposit payments. Same thing here, you'll want to allow those online payments, toggle on for ACH, card, or partial payments, and a minimum payment type, and then select the bank account to receive those payments in. This will be for the deposits, and once again, you can always do an override. Next is the work order section. So this is about sending the tenant vendor coordination messages, which will relate to the work orders, the maintenance request, the run books, which we'll go over in a minute. So you'll want to turn these on, and then you can turn on sending vendors an email when assigned, or sending vendors a text when assigned. Now on to the rent payment processing fees. Now this is important. So the first thing is going to be, do you want to pay the processing fee on behalf of your tenants? So there's always a $2.49 processing fee. If you choose to pay these, they will be billed to you at the end of the month. So if you want your tenant to pay this fee, leave it off. And if you want to pay this fee, turn it on. If you turn it on, you'll need to choose a chart of account, failed payment chart of account. So that property management processing fee is an additional processing fee that will be charged to the tenants when they pay online. This fee will be deposited into your account, but it will not be visible to property owners. This is separate from the standard $2.49 processing fee. So if you want to add in a fee, go ahead and add it and press save. Now another big one onto our late fees. Here you can turn on or off charging late fees. You can add your grace period number of days, your late fee chart of accounts, late fee description, late fee calculation, which could be fixed or percentage, and then go ahead and enter that amount, and then include chart of accounts or exclude chart of accounts, and press save. Now to management fees. So in MagicDoor, you can actually track your property management fees. That's what this is. So do we want to include debts? Turn that on or off. Create supplementary bills? Turn that on or off. And then you'll need a chart of account ID for the property management fee and for the management fee company. You can choose to ignore chart of accounts, include chart of accounts, and then you can choose your fixed or percentage. Most property managers go off percentage, so just click percentage and add in your 8%, 10%, whatever your percentage is, the minimum fee and the maximum fee, and then press save. Now onto our maintenance requests. So first you'll want to toggle on to allow tenants to close maintenance requests, or leave it off if you don't want them to do that. And you can toggle on allowing tenants to update maintenance requests. And then you can even toggle on if only the request submitter can update maintenance requests. Now, one we definitely recommend turning on is the AI runbooks, which we will go over in just a minute, but you'll want to turn on the enable runbooks, and then you can even choose a default property manager. Make sure to press save. Next, we have our contributions, which all you got to do here is choose a chart of account for the contributions and press save. Now we're going to get a little bit into the rental applications. Here we're going to be filling out all the information for your tenants to fill out rental applications. So first, you need to turn on requiring a payment if you're going to charge, and you can enter in how much you want to charge the tenant for that application. Now the TransUnion report always costs $30. So if you just want to make it $30 to cover that cost, you can do that, or you can charge more so you can make more of a profit. You can see if I enter in $10, that doesn't cover the TransUnion fee or the online credit card processing fee. But if you make it something like $35, then you actually profit about $4. So go ahead and decide what you want to charge for your applications and press save. And then you'll want to choose which account this application fee is going to go into and press save. Our next section is application information, and I would definitely recommend turning on require screening for application. So once again, it's just reminding you that there is that $30 charge per screening, so you'll want to make sure to charge the tenant to cover that cost. Then we have a couple chart of account issues with choosing the rental application chart of accounts, the credit report chart of accounts, and the dispute fee chart of account. Then in the general settings for those rental applications, you can enter in the time period to show a new application in the system, and you can choose how many days until a draft application is automatically deleted. And you can even have automatic draft reminder days. So go ahead and set all that and press save. Then we go into the actual questions for the rental application fee. Obviously this will vary based on property. So go ahead and enter in all of your standard questions and your yes or no questions. You can just click add additional questions, type in your question, and then it'll pop up on your website with your rental application. In the portal invite and URL, this is where you can have a custom domain. It is optional, so just follow the directions on screen if you want to do that. Then you can change or add this message for portal invite notifications via text for your tenants. So when you invite them all to the portal, this will be the message they receive. Then we have our portal settings. So you can change the color, you can upload your logo, your icon, some photos. There's a lot that you can add in here to customize your portals. So go ahead and update all that information. Okay, just a few more things down here in the chats. You can enable personal chat. You can enable translation, which I highly recommend, which is basically when a tenant selects, let's say, Spanish as their language, they will receive all messages in Spanish. You'll receive all messages in English or whatever your chosen language is, and you can press C translation and it'll do that automatic translation for you. You can also add quiet hours, which I do recommend when you're using the AI so it's not sending messages at 2 a.m. So you can put in quiet hours so it'll only start sending reminders and messages. Instead of 12 o'clock on the day rent is due, it could be 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. the day that rent is due. So enter in your quiet hours start and quiet hours end and press save. Then go to text and you want to enable text so tenants can communicate through text message. And then you can choose whether to include an AI tag. All this is going to do is when AI sends a reminder or is doing a maintenance request triage, it'll say sit by AI. So do you want the tenant to know that AI is sending messages, or do you want them to think that it's just a property manager? I prefer to not have the AI tag on, so I would leave it off, but if you want to have it on, you have the option here and you can always change that later. So next is a really important one to get the most out of AI. First, you'll want to turn on Enable Chat AI Lease. This is going to allow the AI to automatically answer questions about the lease. Here you can provide instructions for the AI. So you'll want to enter things like if a lease will turn into a month-to-month lease when it expires. Anything about tenants, leases, rent, or any related topics you can put in here. We'll have a more in-depth video that you can watch that has to do with what you can add here, what you should add here. But you can start by just providing the AI with instructions regarding your leasing policies. Then you want to enable the Chat AI maintenance request, which will allow the AI to triage your maintenance request, run those runbooks. The AI monitors chat messages for new maintenance requests, but you can provide it with instructions specifying when it should not create a maintenance request and any additional questions it should ask before doing so. So go ahead and enter in anything that is related to that prompt and press save. So that is your settings overview. I know that was a lot. We just have a couple more things to run through: inviting your tenants to their portals, creating those run books. I can talk to you a little bit more about how to get the most out of AI. So let's just keep going with this onboarding video. So now that your settings are in place and your data is imported, it's time to invite your tenants to their tenant portal. You'll want to start by navigating to users and tenants. You'll see in the blue, it says invite all tenants on the all uninvited tenants. Just go ahead and click that button and the tenants will automatically receive an AI automated email or text invitation to set up their portal. Once they're logged in, tenants can set up their payment options and view their lease details. If a tenant ever has a question about their lease or needs help setting up a payment, they can easily text your property number and get an instant response from AI, and AI will take over when it can. And if they need to submit a maintenance request, they can either text your property number and the AI will begin the automated runbook, or they can submit a maintenance request in their portal. In a moment, I'm going to show you how to customize those AI runbooks. But first, I want to let you know, to make the most out of MagicDoor and to become a pro, you'll want to check out our detailed tutorials with the link in the description. There you can access tutorials to become a MagicDoor AI expert. These cover everything to get started, including rent collection and accounting, AI-powered maintenance handling, tenant communication automation, custom workflows, AI-powered listings, and everything you need to get started and become a pro with MagicDoor. So now I want to talk a little bit about getting the most out of AI. MagicDoor's AI is designed to save you time and reduce stress. Throughout the tutorials, you'll learn how to get the most out of MagicDoor's AI, but I want to quickly go over a few. AI tenant communication. We already set up the auto responses for common tenant questions, but I want to remind you of more ways AI can make communication seamless. AI can translate any message to and from any language. You will always receive messages in your preferred language, and a tenant will always receive messages in their preferred language. AI will also start the AI maintenance runbooks immediately after receiving a simple text from a tenant about a maintenance request. AI can also polish your messages to sound more professional, and the AI can even summarize messages when they may be a little confusing. Maintenance is also a huge part of MagicDoor's AI, so let's cover a few things here. First, we have the vendor database. So navigate to maintenance and then vendor. Here you can enter in all the information for your vendors so AI can take over maintenance coordination. Next, we have custom runbooks. You can build out your custom workflows for all your maintenance requests. Simply navigate to maintenance and then runbooks. First, you'll want to review all the provided runbooks, and then you can create your own. We do have a tutorial to create your own, but this is a reminder that creating your own is a great way to get the most out of AI. This is where AI will take over when a tenant texts in a maintenance request, and it will begin that triage of asking questions, offering solutions, then creating a work order and assigning it to a vendor before you even get involved. There's also AI listings. AI can write and upload your listings. We do have a tutorial for this, but once again, this is going to be another way to get the most out of AI. Simply go to listing, and AI can help you write a great listing description, upload it to your website, and syndicate it to other platforms. Next is AI rental applications. Start by navigating to leasing and then rental applications. When a tenant sends in a rental application, they will receive a score 1 to 100. This is going to be based on their application information as well as that background check. This will help you determine if you should approve this tenant or deny this tenant by summarizing all that information in a simple number. Then you can quickly press one button to turn them into a lease or tenant. So those are a few of the main ways that AI is going to assist you throughout MagicDoor. Remember to watch our tutorials to become a pro at MagicDoor. And that's it. You're now fully onboarded with MagicDoor. Your AI-powered property management system is ready to go. And if you ever need help, our support team is available at support@magicdoor.com. So welcome to the future of property management.